Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Let's see what time it is. Should we see what time it is? It's time for the percolator. Okay, let's look and see who wants to guess. There's only like 2 people that are guessing anymore. I think everybody is so over the time and the temperature. What time is it? It's time for the percolator. It is, can you guys tell that I'm in a good mood? It is currently, do you guys know what time it is? Guess what the time and the temperature is. Just play along with it. It's a fun game. It's a stupid, simple game. Let's just play along with it, okay? It is currently, hold on a second, I got on my time. It is 6:17 p.m. on Wednesday evening, and it is currently, let's look up the temperature and see what the temperature is. It is 79 degrees and partly cloudy outside. It said that today the high was 81. It was warm today. It was warm and humid today. And I have 1 allergy pill left until I'm completely out of it. And all day long, I've had the box sitting on the counter to like order more from Amazon. And then I was out for Cousin Fun Day today, and I thought, well, I'll just pick up some while I'm out. But I think there's only like a couple. You can get them at Walmart. And you can get, the allergy medicine that I take is called aloe vera, and it just like it melts on your tongue. It's like the only thing that'll work for me. I don't like to take the stuff that like makes you like super, super drowsy and all that kind of stuff. So it's the thing that I take, and it works really, really well when I remember to take it. It's like my allergies are not that bad that day, but I'm down to 1 pill. Now the next couple days, it's supposed to actually be pretty cool in Indianapolis. Like I think tomorrow it's supposed to be like a high of 68 or something like that. Let's look and see. It might have changed, but let's look and see. Tomorrow, high of 63, so it's going to drop like 20 degrees. Now my throat is itchy now that I'm talking about my allergies. And then Friday is 65, and then Saturday is 68, and then Sunday is 74, Monday 77, 75, 76. So, yeah, now my throat is itching again. Do any of you guys, I've talked about this on here before, do any of you guys do that thing where you can like scratch your throat where you go, ooh, ooh, ooh. My husband does that, and he says it works. I do it, and it just sounds like a funny noise. It doesn't help my itchy throat at all. So, yeah, I've had a good day today. I'm not going to vlog for a long time today. Now, watch when I say that, it'll be like an hour and a half. But no, I don't really plan on vlogging for a long time today, because Alex is at a dinner for one of his girlfriends. Well, it's not for her. They're just all getting together. For this girlfriend that he used to work with years ago. And so a bunch of like his girlfriends from back in the day that they all worked together, they're all getting together tonight. And she is in town visiting from out of town because she moved to Arizona. So they are all out at dinner tonight. I don't think this will be an early dinner. I actually think this will probably be, he'll probably be home at like 10 or something like that. He actually just called me and probably, I don't even know, let's look and see what time he called me. Maybe it's been like a half an hour now. He called me, oh, I guess it's been an hour. Oh no, it says 5:50. I thought it said 5:21. So it was a half an hour ago that he was on his way to dinner. So he'll probably be there till like 10 or something like that. They just like sit around and talk and talk and talk and talk. They don't get together very often. So, I mean, this whole group, they don't get together that often. My neighbors have had their grandkids all day today. They've been playing out in the backyard and that, like the water table thing. Not like the scientific water table. They have like this table and they hook up the hose to it, and then like water, like they turn something and like water comes out of it. They love it. The kids love it. They have 2 grandsons, and then their daughter just, she and her husband just had their grandsons. So they have 3 grandsons now. You can hear the youngest one right now in the background. They're very sweet. They call me Mr. Peter. They're like, they see little Boo Radley running around. They're like, Mr. Peter, can we pet Mr. Boo Radley? And we're like, they call him Mr. Boo. And I'm like, yeah, you can pet Mr. Boo. And they pet him, and Boo Radley loves it. Boo Radley is, it's so weird, like, when he doesn't feel good for like a day or 2, I always go into complete panic mode. And I'm like, okay, this is the end. He's an old dog. Prepare myself. I always, and I think it's because of like, you know, obviously with PP and Tucker, that I always go through that emotionally. And he's so lethargic, and he just doesn't want to like do anything. He just wants to be in bed all day long. And if you pick him up, he like is like, like he doesn't like to be picked up. He just wants to be left alone. And then there's like 2 days of that, and like I'm like in panic mode. I'm like, is this the end? Is it like, are we done? Like, I always like freak out, right? Because he's an older dog. He's 14 and a half. And so Alex and I both have like 2 different dates like written down in our phones of when their birthday. I have July. Alex has September. And so I think it was last year he was like, I think you're right. I think it's actually July. So in July he'll be 15. I mean, he's an older dog, you know? So there were 2 days earlier, I don't know when it was, Sunday and Monday or Saturday and Sunday or something like that, well, it was when we went to the event, was one of the nights. And he just didn't feel good. I think it was like 3 days in a row that he just was real lethargic and real tired. And I was super, super worried about him. And then he, like, out of the blue, just, like, felt better and was like, oh, my God, I'm so much better. Well, he didn't say that, obviously. Arr, arr, arr. But you could tell he felt a lot better. Today, I mean, he is literally like he's a 6-month-old puppy. He has been running. He loves the nicer weather. He has been running around outside. He has been running up and down the stairs. I mean, like, while I've been, like, working on the computer trying to get these videos up and stuff, he has been, like, running up and down the stairs. I, like, fed him. He ate, like, massively, just, like, quickly, massively. He just, like, really quickly ate this, like, whole package of food. He, like, ran in there and he looked at me and I'm like, okay, we'll get you more food. He's, like, eating all these treats up. He's running upstairs, jumping on the bed. I can hear him, like, run up there and then jump on the bed. I mean, I can hear him, like, take off, like, onto the bed. And then he, like, I can hear him, like, scratching the bed. Then he runs downstairs and he looks at me at the top of the stairs. Then he runs down the stairs. He's, like, been running all over the place. It's so crazy. I mean, I love when he's like that. It makes me so happy. I'm like, oh, if he would just be like this for, like, the next, 5 years, I would love that. It was so funny today because I feel like so much of my life now, like, animals make me so happy. I don't know why it took me so late in my life to realize that, but, like, Caroline and I were talking today, and I was so tired when we were running around. So today was Cousin Fun Day with Caroline, and we were running around, and I was, like, really, really tired. And she's like, are you okay? And I was like, I am just exhausted. I stayed up late, and then I actually fell asleep pretty quickly last night, but I had, of course, weird dreams. I did not write down my dreams, and it was weird because I've had, like, glimpses of my dreams. Somebody said in the comment, they commented on the vlog yesterday or the day before, and they said, I love, like, the dream section of Peter's videos. I have been having the weirdest dreams, and all of my dreams, like, have elements of, like, maybe something to do with high school, like, around that time. They all have something to do with high school. It's so bizarre. And so I fell asleep pretty quickly last night, and I don't remember Alex leaving for work. I just, like, woke up, and I looked at the clock, and it was, like, I think it was, like, 8:15, 8:17 or something like that. It wasn't exactly 8:15. It was, like, 8:17, I think. And I looked over, and Boo Radley was laying on Alex's pillow, and he was, like, licking his paws and stuff like that. I actually think tonight I'm going to change the sheets, because I have a new pair of cotton sheets that I want to, like, put on the bed. So I think I'm going to do that tonight. And then when Alex comes home, there'll be fresh sheets on the bed. I was thinking about the reason I'm thinking of that is because when I was looking, when I looked over this morning, like, at Boo, he was laying on Alex's pillow with the pillowcase, and I was like, I want to change those sheets tomorrow, or today. So anyway, but I looked over and I was like, I could still smell, like, Alex, like, the last thing he does, so he goes over, he, like, takes Boo Radley down, gives him his medicine, takes him outside, gives him his medicine, brings him upstairs, gives him treats, and then when Boo Radley's eating his treats, he goes over, he puts his cologne on, sprays his cologne, and then he comes over and he gives me a kiss and says, have a great day and whatever, and then leaves. And I could still smell the cologne in the room, like he had just, like, sprayed it. So he must not have left, like, too long before that. Maybe, like, him closing the door downstairs is what woke me up. I don't know. All I know is I looked over and Alex was gone, and I don't know what time I fell asleep, but it didn't take me as long as it usually does. So that was good. And I didn't take my medicine. I don't think I took my medicine last night because I didn't want to, like, sleep so deep that I, like, overslept, like, meeting up with Caroline and getting ready and stuff for her. So I don't feel like I took my medicine last night. I was pretty relaxed by the time I went to bed. What did we watch last night? Last night, Alex and I, my neighbor's dad just is showing up here. He shows up, like, once a week and helps her with stuff around the house. I think that's so sweet. Alex and I watched Vanderpump Villa, and then we watched 3 episodes of Schitt's Creek. We watched, the first one was the last episode of season 3. It was a Christmas episode. I don't remember that being the last episode of season 3, but it was a Christmas episode. It was really sweet. I was, like, crying. It's where Johnny Rose, who's Jewish, but he loves Christmas, and he wants to have a, like, they have, like, the menorah set up next to the Christmas tree. He wants to have, like, a Christmas party at the motel, because they used to have this huge Christmas party every year, and, like, nobody's really into it, and then at the last minute, like, they surprise him, they have this Christmas party. It's real sweet. We watched that one, And then we watched, maybe, I think it's season 4, episodes 1 and 2. It's where, the first one is where, one was where David takes the romance test, and he and Patrick are like, need a generator. It's like this Cosmo, it's not Cosmo, but it's like something like something women's magazine takes this test. It's like from 1991 or something. And Alexis is giving him a hard time because he and Patrick's love life is like they need a generator. And so they go on this date with Alexis and Ted, and then she says that she lied about the test, because she's like, ours is like electrifying, like the results we got. The next one that we watched, I can't remember, maybe it was in the opposite order, or maybe we watched 4 episodes, I don't remember, but it was when Stevie and David are robbed at the store. No, because that was the last one I think we watched, because Alex was like, one more, and I was like, I've got to go lay down, I'm so tired. I took a nap last night, and then I got up, and what did I watch when I got up? I don't even remember what I watched when I got up. Well, I remember I watched Walking Dead, but I feel like I watched something else. Well, anyway, I watched several episodes of Walking Dead. I think I was on episode 5 or... whatever episode I said I was on, I was like one behind. If I said it was episode 6, I was like on 5. So I watched like 6, 7, and 8, or 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then I feel like I watched something else. Oh, I know what I watched last night. So some clip came up on YouTube. I started watching like all these stand-up comedian clips, all these female comedians, like Whitney Cummings, and there was another one. I'd seen it like on YouTube. I don't know why it came up, but like I watched this clip, and so I started watching it, and I was like, I don't know who any of these comedians are. So I like went on Netflix, and I feel like there were comedians that I used to love back in the day, like female comedians, and I would just like watch them and just like howl laughing. I was just like sitting there like watching it, like I don't really get this humor. Like I don't understand it. I love stand-up comedy. I do. I think like it's a true art form, but like it takes a lot for me today to like find somebody that I really love. She was funny. I mean, some of her stuff was funny. I don't really know anything about her. Is she problematic? She probably is. I don't know anything about her. I thought some of the stuff that she said was funny. I only watched, to be honest with you, I only watched like probably, it was less than 10 minutes, maybe 7 minutes of it, and I was like, I'm not really in the mood to watch a stand-up comedian tonight. So that was when I went in, but I was like skimming through all this kind of stuff, looking through all these like stand-up comedians. There's like a ton of stand-up comedians on Netflix. There's tons of them. And so I was like going through all of them, and I was like, oh, that's what I was doing. I was watching like a couple clips of each of their like stand-up to see how they started, to see if I thought they were funny. And there really wasn't that many people that I thought that was funny. I never did finish that one, that Kathleen Madigan. I used to watch her like when I was young. Like she's probably my age. I remember her doing stand-up way back in the day with like, do you guys remember like Judy Tenuta and all those people? I used to watch them back in the day. I feel like that was like in high school that I used to watch her. But Kathleen Madigan had a stand-up stand-up. I'm like stumbling over my words today. She had like a stand-up special that came out on Netflix like a year ago, and I started watching it. I remember talking about it over here, and I never finished it. So I was like going in and watching all these clips of stand-up. I was like, I kind of want something like funny, like stand-up to watch, and then I just couldn't really get into any of them. So then I watched The Walking Dead. Oh, then I went and watched a bunch of trailers. That's what I did. I went and watched a bunch of trailers for like Apple TV, because I was like, I'm looking for my next show to binge after I'm done with The Walking Dead. I think I'm kind of like, now that I know that certain characters leave the show this season or have already left, like Rick has already left, I'm like, who's left? And then they say that the 11th season is like one of the best ones. I will say like, well, I was liking Negan, and then now Negan is part of the Skinwalkers, and so I'm like, is it all just a scam, and he's gonna like end up taking them down? I hope that like Negan redeems himself. He's like somebody that like I like enough that if he redeemed himself, you know. So he has like interesting perspectives when he breaks stuff down. Like, they're all so mad at him, like, they're like, you killed our friends, and he's like, and you've killed some of my friends, too. And he's like, and it doesn't make it right. He's like, but that's the world that we live in now. And then he says something else about the enemy, and he goes, everybody thinks everybody else is the enemy. And I was like, that's such an interesting perspective for this show. Like, you don't really think of it that way when you're watching it, but it's like really true. You know, you always like, whatever group is trying to save themselves, they always think the other person is the enemy, but that person probably thinks that they're the enemy. I was like, there is a lot of truth to that. Except that most of those communities don't really like mess with people. Like the Kingdom and Alexandria and what's the other one? Oceanside. That's where I would live. It's on the ocean. What's the fourth one? The Kingdom. Oh, Hilltop. They don't like really mess with people unless people mess with them first. But anyway, so yeah, so I watched like 4 episodes of that, and then I went to bed. I lit a new candle last night, and it was like super bright. I don't know why. I think it's like the candle the container is in, because it's like light. But it was like lighting up the downstairs. I almost wanted to blow it out. I burn a small candle and like a 3-wick candle in the kitchen. So the kitchen's like always like kind of lit up. And then like on this little table next to me, I just gone through a 3-wick candle. And so, hey, how are you? Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Trying to get him to go to sleep?
Yes. Wish us luck.
Yeah, good luck. It's my neighbor and his daughter, and they're like walking, and they have like, they're carrying, or they're pulling the, what do you call it? They have one of those red, what's the thing called? I can't think of what that's called. The wagon down the street. But they have the youngest, he's like 6 months old. They have his, like car seat in the back of it, like covered up, and she's walking down the street with her dad, and he's pulling it, and that's sweet. I have the best neighbors. I love my neighbors so much. Somebody's grilling out. It's not them, because they already closed their garage door. They closed it early tonight, which I'm kind of surprised. So yeah, so I watched that last night. I had like a cup of coffee, and then the rest of the night I just like drank like water. I was like, I don't want to like be like all hyped up and not want to go to bed, because like with The Walking Dead I could just like watch endless episodes. And finally I was like, you have to go to bed, because if you don't, you're not going to get enough sleep to go with Caroline. So I did. And I fell asleep pretty quickly. Tonight, I'm kind of excited, to be honest with you. So, last week for Peter's Movie Club, there were 2 movies. And the movies were Waiting to Exhale. They were Angela Bassett, double feature. So, Waiting to Exhale and How Stella Got Her Groove Back. So, tonight, I actually think I'm going to sit out here because it's nice. And I'm going to watch Waiting to Exhale. And then tomorrow night, because Alex has plans tonight, tomorrow night's the night that he's going out to dinner with, like, his 2 closest girlfriends. Which I found out that we're also going, so it's the one girl's sister that's getting married on Saturday. So he's having dinner with her tomorrow night. And then he, and his other really, really good friend. I mean, they're all good friends, but like his really good friend. And they're having dinner, and then they'll probably go to her house afterwards. They play games. They play like the Schitt's Creek meme game, and they love to get together and play games. So tomorrow night, we'll probably, he doesn't have anything early on Friday, he told me. I thought he usually has a meeting, and I don't think he has it this week, because I think he had it on a different day. So that will Thursday night will be a late night too. And to be honest with you, I really don't mind, because I'm like, okay, we'll watch our show. We like really don't have that many shows to catch up on now. We just have like Vanderpump Rules, which this week was the season finale, and I think Loot is all that we have left. Weekly TV. I actually didn't put that we watch Vanderpump Villas. So we've got Vanderpump Rules and Loot. Those are the only 2 shows, so we can watch those this weekend. So we're going to the wedding on Saturday with like his other girls. So there's 3 girls that he's like really close with, but like 2 of them, like one of them, well, they're all invited for his like birthday trip, because his 40th birthday trip is this summer. They're all invited for that, but like well, they all 3 have boyfriends, and they're all like serious boyfriends. So the one girl that he's real good friends with, she's not going to the dinner thing tomorrow night, but she's like friends with them too. She and her boyfriend, I guess the 4 of us are driving together to the wedding on Saturday. And Alex is like, well, that will be good. Like, he's driving. Alex is driving, I guess, on Saturday. And he's like, well, that will be good, because then if we don't want to stay really, really late, because it's just like, he knows like those girls and their boyfriends, and that's it. So he's like, if we want to leave early, he was like, we'll drive, and then, we'll just leave early. It won't be that big of a deal. And I was like, okay. I mean, I don't think it'll be fun, because I think our table that we're sitting at, he said, was like those 3 girls and their boyfriends, which one of their boyfriends I've never met. So that'll be really, really fun. I'm excited about meeting him. And So yeah, like when I go to things, like Saturday to the event, she was there with her sister, but he wasn't there. And then when he goes to things, I'm not there. So we've never met. So I'm excited about that. Like when Alex FaceTimes her and stuff like that, he'll be in the background and I'll say hi and whatever. But like I'm excited about that. So that'll be fun. So that'll be tomorrow night that he's doing like the girls' night. That'll be late. But both nights. So tonight I'm gonna watch Waiting to Exhale, which I have not watched that movie in like probably 20 years. I'm really excited about watching it. And then tomorrow night I'm gonna watch How Stella Got Her Groove Back. Unless I want to binge watch both of them tonight, but I still want to watch The Walking Dead. And then tomorrow night, I also, which Thursday night is like my favorite. Thursday night, I have Amazing Race and Survivor to watch. Because I wait till the next night to watch them. Unless, I think they come out at like 5 a.m. on Paramount. If they come out at like 3 a.m., I'll watch them tonight. But I think they come out at like 5 a.m. They come like super late. So I'll watch those tomorrow night. But I'm like excited that, to be honest with you, that he has some stuff to do this week. Because I'm like, I can just sit around the house. I'm going to take a nap when I get done with this vlog and relax a little bit. Then watch some TV tonight, watch The Walking Dead, watch Waiting to Exhale. I'm really excited about that. I love that movie. I love both of those movies. I'm trying to figure out what's the movie going to be for Peter's Movie Club. If you want to be part of Peter's Movie Club, it's over on my Peter Does Stuff channel, which, by the way, today I did a PO unboxing. It's really nice. People sent me some really nice stuff. I mean, they always do, but, so yeah, so I'm kind of excited to just relax. And you know, tomorrow, I usually have therapy on Thursdays, but I had it on Tuesday this week, which means tomorrow, I don't have anything. And then, and I actually filmed more videos today than I thought I would, because I thought I would be really, really tired when I got back from Cousin Fun Day, because when it started, I was like, I'm so tired. Like, I don't know if I'll probably just film like a 20-minute vlog and then be done tonight when I got home. That's really what I thought. Well, I got home, and I took Boo Radley out, and he was just like darting here and darting. He was like acting so funny, and he kind of woke me up a little bit. And then by the time I got home, I was more awake anyway. And so I have a bunch of drama videos kind of like outlined to do. And so I was like, I'm going to do this video about Britney Spears. I'm sure probably nobody is watching it. Yeah, nobody's really watching it. People always say, stop talking about influencers and talk about like this, or talk about different topics. And when I talk about different topics, nobody watches those videos. But if I do a video where I talk about the same people that I always talk about, people watch those videos. If I do a video about Jeffree Star, Trisha Paytas, whatever, I mean, people always watch those videos. But then people will say, you always talk about the same people. But whenever I talk about somebody, I did a Gypsy Rose Blanchard video the other day. It got like half the views most of my videos do. This video that I did about Britney Spears today will get like half the views that most of my videos do. So people really don't want me to talk about them. They want me to talk about the same people that I always talk about, you know? I'll talk about whatever. I just like talking, obviously. So anyway, I made that drama video. I actually kept it less than an hour today. It was like 26 or 20, maybe it was like 24 minutes. It was less than 30 minutes, because I was like trying to keep it under 30 minutes. At the very end, I said, it's under 30 minutes. I said, see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Bye. So anyway, I did that, and then I filmed a video for my Peter Watches TV channel, and I like read all these, like this list of all these shows that I want to binge, and I was like, pick my next show that I'm going to binge for me, and ask people for suggestions. So if you have a suggestion, go put it over there. And then I did a Peterisms video based on a comment that somebody had left me, and then I came downstairs and I was just going to film my vlog, but then I was like, I want to do this PO unboxing, because it's getting, like, the stuff is getting kind of crowded over here, and I want to, like, open this and put this away. So I did the PO unboxing, and I didn't expect to do that one at all. And then I was like, okay, now I'm going to vlog. So when Alex called me, I was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go vlog and whatever. So that is that was the deal today. Did anybody even comment on this video? Somebody said on my drama video, this no intro thing is throwing me off. I like my Peter Babble, as I call it. Much love. Click so fast. Hi, Peter Beast. Somebody said he actually made it under 30 minutes. Somebody said, oh, she's a short one today. Somebody said, I was just watching something to watch. I was just waiting for something to watch. Oh, should I put on here first? Do people care if they make it first? I love that. I don't know why I love that, but it makes me so happy when somebody's first. So, Melissa's video that Alex helped her film. got picked up. So Melissa and Jason took their nieces, here they are right here, to Paris to go see Taylor Swift. Do you wish you had an aunt and uncle like Melissa and Jason? I do. I know that. Wasn't that so nice? And they're staying, like, she put the pictures up. They're staying in the cutest, like, he got, like, an apartment for Airbnb, but it's, like, really cute. She said so charming. And I'm like, so charming. It's huge. And it's, like, right in the middle of everything. Jason said the tickets, they're sitting behind, like, Taylor Swift's parents or some family of Taylor Swift's or something like that. They're sitting, like, 2 rows behind them. So Jason, because he's been in the music industry for a long time, or well, knows a lot about music, he's got a lot of connections, which is how, like, they got these tickets. And it was cheaper for them. This is crazy to think about this. The tickets that are, like, so much better in Paris were cheaper than tickets when they went and saw her, like, in St. Louis or wherever, Chicago. I think it was Chicago. And they were, like back row tickets. And he was like, our tickets were cheaper in, Paris for all this. He's like, the whole trip was cheaper than, like, going to Chicago to see her. And we have other friends that, our friends Aaron and Eric, are seeing her, well, they're going to Lisbon. I don't know where they're seeing her, but they're seeing her somewhere in Italy. And they're like, yeah, like, the tickets, the whole trip was, like, cheaper than if we would have, like, tried to get tickets to go see her here, because tickets are so expensive here. But anyway, so Melissa posted her video that she... Did Alex? Oh, here's Alex with his girlfriends right now. He's posted that. Alex, so Melissa posted the video, the New Kids on the, here, where is it at? The New Kids on the Block video that Jason, or that Alex helped her put together. And one of the, here it is. See, she's trick-or-treating. She's Dorothy. She's knocking on the door. Alex did this whole video for her. And then the candy, and then he ends up giving her, it's Jason, her husband, he ends up giving her trading cards that are New Kids on the Block. She's got New Kids on the Block. Then she goes down the path, and then she does the New Kids on the Block dance as she's walking out, see? She does the dance. And one of the New Kids on the Block, they reshared it, and she was so excited. She, like, lost her mind. She was like, I can't believe it. She said, here is my, she posted it. She said, here is my, the song is called Still Kids. I actually downloaded the song. I really like it. It's from their new album. Hold on, I'll tell you what the album is called. The album is called Still Kids, I guess, and the song is called Kids. And this is what the album looks like. But anyway, Melissa is diehard a blockhead. She said, here is my Still Kids video for the New Kids on the Block album release. 2 things I loved as a kid and I still do today are New Kids on the Block and Halloween. It was the perfect opportunity to pair them together. Thanks to my creative directors and besties, Alex and Peter, for filming and editing and making suggestions to make the video just how I envisioned it. And of course to my husband, who's always my supportive in my New Kids on the Block shenanigans. He helped me drag, she, like, had her whole house decorated for Halloween and stuff like that. So I have a picture, hold on a second, I'll show you. She looks so cute. She's like, don't post it until after, like, I upload the video. And I was like, okay, where's it at? Here's my friend, me and my friend Laura, she posted that on her Instagram story from the event. Where is it at? Where's the picture of Melissa? She looks so cute. Pictures of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Okay, here's the event, the Rub event. So this is the new night, next night. Where's the pictures? Did I delete it? Surely I didn't delete it, and don't call me Shirley. Oh my god, 2 movies that I saved that are not on Tubi that I wish were are The Legend of Billie Jean and Some Kind of Wonderful, but they're not. So I'm like, I want to watch those though again. Where is this at? Oh, here it is. Okay, so here's Melissa's costume as Dorothy. She had the full costume. And then here we are. She did her whole front house and everything like Halloween. I mean, Melissa has so much Halloween stuff, but she decorated. That was such a fun night, us doing that. Now I've got that song stuck in my head. I can just hear the beat. I don't know the words at all. But yeah, that was really, really fun. We went over there and she had like her whole house and everything, and Jason was so excited about it. And she had like her New Kids on the Block, like pencils and trading cards and buttons and everything out. She had like buttons on her costume and stuff that had the New Kids on the Block. She's like obsessed with the New Kids on the Block. What's so crazy to me is like, when I like see that like the videos that she does, like she goes to the block parties that they have, and she What is this like the new thing? The kids that are like riding down the street, they always like pull their bikes up and then like do like wheelies. Is that like like that was a thing like when I was growing up? Are the kids still doing it today? I think that it cracks me up so much. But anyway, where are we at? I knew I was almost at the 30-minute mark. But whenever I see the videos of like, they're called block parties, and like one of the New Kids on the Block usually shows up for it, and then it's like just a get together of people that are fans, and she goes on the cruises, and she's like, yeah, we danced till like 6 a.m. on the dock, and the New Kids on the Block were like, I guess they play a lot of cover songs and stuff now too, but anyway. It's always like people our age that are like, and like, okay, so when she goes on the cruises, like every day is a theme. Like one day it's like a costume, like a Halloween costume. I mean, every day it's like a costume theme, right? And the themes were so, like your favorite like musician or like your favorite movie star or something from your hometown. Like she did like this whole Indy 500 thing. She wore like, I think it was like overalls, like black and white overalls, and like something to do with the Indy 500 because it was like something to do with your home state or whatever. She loves those cruises. She loves those New Kids on the Block cruises. And the New Kids on the Block are coming here, and like Jason was, because like Jason like got her this whole package. She was so excited because she was so surprised. So when they're coming, she's got like a meet and greet, like a personalized meet and greet, going to the block party, and then she's like sitting on stage. Like they have like parts where you can like sit on stage to watch because she's obsessed with the New Kids on the Block. I said to her on the car on the way down there, I said, if you had to pick between sitting on the stage and like a personal one-on-one meet and greet with the New Kids on the Block or Lady Gaga, who would you pick? Because she's done both. And I was like, who would you? She was like, that is so hard. She was like, I don't know, I love Lady Gaga. She's like, Lady Gaga hasn't done meet and greets since after the lockdown, which I wasn't aware of. And she used to donate, I guess, all of her money. Did you guys know this? That Lady Gaga donated all of her money for her meet and greets to like charitable organizations? I was not aware of that. I didn't know that. She's done like, she's met Lady Gaga 2 or 3 times like in person. She loves her. She also, I have to show you this. This is so funny. So she met, why is it like the light on my phone is down? She also met, do I have it on here? I was showing this to somebody. Maybe I was showing it to Caroline earlier. Maybe it's one of her, oh here it is. It is one of her pinned posts. She also met Tori Spelling. She met her because of like a business venture that they were doing with her. But one of Melissa's favorite movies of life is Death of a Cheerleader with Tori Spelling. And you can see, if you look here, Tori Spelling is holding Death of a Cheerleader, and she signed it for Melissa. Melissa was so excited about it. And then, of course, her, you know, Halloween Michael Myers posters that she's obsessed with. She loves all that. I mean, all of her stuff is like, she's got New Kids on the Block stuff. She's like obsessed. It cracks me up. I live for it. I love that somebody is like that excited about something in a positive way. You know what I mean? I love it. She like knows all the dances and stuff. It cracks me up. I put up a picture of her cousin Fun Day today on my Instagram. Hold on, let's show. So here's this little picture of these animals living in a, see, they all live in a tree. I love those pictures. And then here's Marvis and his big teeth, and his mom is feeding him. I love him so much. And then this little thing here that says, the best revenge is no revenge. Move on, be happy, find inner peace, flourish. I love that. And then here's like this little animals that are living in this house underneath the trees. And and then here's me and Caroline for Cousin Fun Day. Yeah, Caroline and I, so today we were like talking, and I was just like so tired. I just felt kind of like, do you ever just feel like there's not even a thought in your head? You're just like, you know what I mean? And so I was like that, and Caroline said something, and she said something about the Met Gala. She was like, did you see in the looks? And I was like, I really, to be honest with you, I could care less. And I said it was so funny because I said something in my video yesterday on my drama channel. I was telling her this, and I said something about Thumbelina. Like, I don't understand why they invite all these ridiculous celebrities, but like, why don't you invite Thumbelina the squirrel to, Caroline loves this Peaches the squirrel, or Peaches. Her dad has a podcast. I think I had to like watch that podcast one time a long time ago because he had somebody on there was talking about something. But anyway, Caroline loves Peaches the squirrel. She's always talking about Peaches the squirrel. And she's like, and Peaches even has, Peaches went to an event. She even has an evening gown. That's Peach, because it matches her, because she's Peaches. So anyway, I was like, well, Thumbelina the squirrel needs to be invited to the Met. And I said, I was talking in my video yesterday that like it would make me so happy to like have her mom and her dad like come up, construct some costume for Thumbelina the Squirrel to go to the Met Gala. I would live for that, right? Like she's the celebrity that I care about. And Caroline's like something, and I said, oh, and somebody commented on my video and they said, I think I responded to it actually. It was on my drama video. Oh, they didn't get him to sleep. Why is this like so, the lighting is so low on my phone? What is going on? Display and brightness. There, turn it up a little bit. But I feel like somebody commented on my video about Thumbelina the Squirrel, and I feel like I responded to it. Hold on, let me look and see if I can find it. Ah, poked my eye. Where is it at? I know I responded to this, or liked it, or something. Shoot, where is it at? I know I said something about it. Somebody said, if Peter was in charge of who was invited to the Met Gala, I might actually pay more attention to it. And I responded and put Thumbelina the Squirrel. And somebody said, outrage influencers that their pets got invited, but they didn't, which is so true. And somebody said, I would walk to New York City for that. And somebody said, oh my God, can we please have a rescue pet Met Gala? My little Miss Piper would slay on that carpet. And somebody responded and said, I'd rather see Miss Piper than any of them people. And somebody said, Dolly has a pet gala. I didn't know that, does she? But that wasn't it. Somebody responded and said they would love to see... Where is it at? I'm almost positive I liked it or responded to it or something. Maybe I didn't. But they said I would love nothing more than Thumbelina the Squirrel walking the red carpet to the Met Gala in an avocado, with an avocado bag or in an avocado bag or something like that. And so I was telling Caroline, and she was like, now, does Thumbelina just like avocados? And I was like, oh my God, she loves avocados. And she's like, does she have to peel them? And I was like, she can kind of eat through them, but like the other day she was laying in bed and they like brought her breakfast in bed and it was on this little wooden spoon and it was avocado. And so I'm like showing Caroline, I was like, we were like in the parking lot at Costco at that point, and I was like showing her the video of it. And I was like, oh, and wait for this one. I was like, so this is where Thumbelina like is pulling tomatoes out and she's like making salad. Her mom's like, help make salad and stuff like that. So she's helping her make a salad. She puts like a paper towel in there instead. But anyway, she's real sweet. And like Caroline goes, your total attitude change when you started talking about Thumbelina the Squirrel. And I go, what do you mean? She goes, you were just like, so just like out of it and everything. And she's like, you started talking about Thumbelina the Squirrel. And she was like, you just like got so excited and so happy. I was like, she makes me so happy. I was like, these little rescue dogs, like Big Marvis Teeth, and like the fact that he was in the ER and he's doing great now and all this kind of stuff, like just hearing their stories is so motivating and so inspiring to me. I just love everything about it, you know. And I don't know, it makes me really, really happy. Just the idea of these two people, this mom and dad, that like their whole life centers around this rescue squirrel. Like, we could give our time and attention to a lot worse and a lot less meaning things in the world, right? You know, I don't know, the idea of that for me puts everything else like into perspective for me. It puts the rest of my life into perspective. The things I focus on that don't really matter, and you know, it's focusing on the things that do matter and the things that really bring you joy and happiness. And she does. She brings me so much, you know, joy and happiness. Just like watching us, I just can watch her over and over and over again. I love her. I love her so much. Like, you have no idea. I took a picture of avocados last Wednesday when we were out at the store, and I tagged her in it. And it was like 3 days later, and like her mom like liked it and stuff, and she sent me a little DM about it. And it just makes me so happy. All of those little rescue animals. You know, even the other day, it was like Marvis, his mom's rescue a lot of dogs. Like, they've been doing this for a long time. And I read this thing. He had a sister named, hold on a second, let me read this to you. He had a sister named Daisy, and Daisy passed away. She was so sweet. Here she is right here. And so, like, her mom posted this whole thing, she was 15 years old, and so they talked about how they had just rescued her. She wrote this whole thing about her, right? But I'm like, okay, but you gave this sweet little dog the nicest home in the entire life. Like, how sad and tragic is it? She had all these medical issues, and so like the vet was like, there's nothing we can do, and whatever. It was really sad. The story is really sad. But even though the story is really sad, the fact that there are people out there that are, you know, like Alex and I have talked a lot because, you know, Alex is like, whatever dog you get next will be like your dog. Of course, I'll help out with it and whatever. But he's like, that emotional attachment is so hard for me. The vet is always like, Alex, you know you're going to fall in love with that dog and it'll be your dog too. He's like, I know. He's like, but I just like, whatever. And I've told him, I was like, you know, I would love to live someplace where like we could have like, I mean, we could even do it here, you know, where we could have like, you know, 5 rescue dogs, senior rescue dogs and stuff. And Alex is like, I don't know that my first rescue would be a senior rescue dog, like 14 or 15 years old. I think like I need to like figure out how to do all that. But Alex was like, you know, the thing is, Peter, he was like, you're so emotional and so sensitive to stuff. Like, do you really think that you can handle adopting a dog and only having it for like a year or something before it passes? I feel like these people are just such saviors because they, you know, just such gentle souls that they rescue these dogs like that have nowhere to go and are going to be like euthanized if nobody takes them. And they're like 14 or 15 and they give them these amazing homes, amazing little beds, the food they want, great veterinary care for the end of their lives. And that's how these dogs go out, you know, or these animals. And to me, it gives me a lot of hope in the world that there are still really gentle souls out there that really care about, to care about an animal on that level, I think shows that you care about people on that level, shows that you care about the world on that level. You cannot be a hateful person, a negative person to adopt a dog unless you have no connection to the outside world whatsoever, to adopt a dog at like, maybe I'm making a huge generalization, but for me, I feel like it takes a certain kind of personality and soul to adopt a rescue dog that's 15 or 16 years old that you know is going to maybe only make it another 6 months or 2 years, right? And so the fact that they rescued these animals, like that Wolfgang guy that has like a boar and a rooster and all, I mean, he rescued these dogs and like takes them to the vet and they had the best life. He like shows them all on the couch sitting there and they're like, he's like, movie night. And I'm like, I love this. Like, it makes me so happy. You're giving these little animals like the best life they could possibly have until they're no longer here. Like, that to me is like the perfect example of humanity, right? I don't know. I've always believed judge somebody truly about like how they like treat animals and treat other things, you know, and I don't know, for me it's just, I love it. It makes me happy. I didn't realize talking about Thumbly and the squirrel changes my attitude so greatly, but I guess it does, because Caroline said it. She was like, your mood just completely changed when you were talking about Thumbly and the squirrel. I just love her. She makes me happy, you know, and it's so funny to think that this little rescue squirrel on Instagram makes me so happy, or brings me so much happiness, you know. Like, why is he barking so much? Somebody must be walking down the street. He doesn't usually bark that much anymore. It's 7 o'clock exactly. Oh, here's some neighbor walking down the street. Some girls walking their dogs. They're like, we should take a look. I feel like is school getting out early this year or something? Like, I feel like a couple high school, private schools in Indianapolis. I feel like Cathedral is one of the Catholic schools here in town. A couple of my friends already posted that their kids graduated. And I'm like, we already had graduation, and it's like, I feel like I graduated like June 1st. Are kids graduating early this year? Is school out early this year? And then like, one of my friend's daughters graduated from nursing school, like obviously college, and I was like, I feel like that's even early. Not, well, I guess not. I feel like college graduation is usually around, I feel like mine fell on like Mother's Day or around then. Does anybody know? I feel like college graduation, college ending is definitely a lot earlier. It's like April, May, right? But high school, is it like, is this really early for it being out? Or do seniors get out earlier? I mean, it was like the picture that my friend posted was like full picture graduation of like parents and all the students there and like the whole, I mean, it wasn't like she graduated early or something like that. It was like a whole, graduation ordeal. And I was like, this is so interesting. Like, I feel like it's so strange that people are like graduating early. Maybe not. I don't know. So tonight, The Walking Dead, Waiting to Exhale, clean sheets, a nice shower, a walk, and clean pajamas. It's going to be a wonderful night. I cannot wait. Anyway, I'm going to get off here now. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Wednesday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. Or your week if you need to. Can you believe the week is halfway over already? I can't. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but shh, don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Like I always say, you might be putting a smile on their face, you might be changing their day for the better, you might be giving them some hope, and you might be making them not feel so all alone. It's just a huge thing, right? So many lonely people out there. So do those things to make them cheer up a little bit, and make them not feel so all alone. And yeah, so it's a nice thing to do. Also, be kinder to one another, love one another a little bit more. Most importantly, be kinder to yourself and love yourself a little more, because if you're kinder to yourself, then you'll be kinder to others. And if you love yourself more, then you will love others more as well. And plus, you deserve it. You deserve to be the person we should be the kindest and loving to the most is ourselves. And that will affect the rest of the world around us. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Oh, and for those that just happen to stick around, or for anybody that wants to hear it, or if you can't get to the stop button fast enough, one more I love you. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday, Lena.